It's Robin Pollock, and welcome to week 2. And today I'm going to be talking about your why is the answer. And so last week we talked about remembering your why, and we talked about the importance of that and understanding that remembering your why reminds you of the journey that you took and where your aha came from, and then you discovered that why and the why you want to do the work that you want to do, no matter what it is. And so something that I wanted to remind you about, again, is about how your journey inspires other people. The journey that you took, the journey that you used in your personal growth, in the establishment of your transformation, that journey is the thing that's going to attract the people who want the same results that you discovered. The thing is that they don't know how to get there. They don't know how to get to the stuck point and the end point. And that's where you come in. You come in with your wisdom, with your gift, with your knowledge, with your fortitude, and the unique abilities that you learned by taking the journey that you took in the transformation that you made. And we all have it. And it doesn't make a difference what the journey was. It doesn't matter if the journey was financial freedom, or if the journey was, to be more flexible and you were working out more with yoga, and so now you're more flexible and you feel less pain in your body and now you feel better. If you're an exercise coach, or if you are a food coach who likes to talk with people about how to increase excitement into your meals and create healthy meals, and how do you add different colors to your diet, and why that's important to you, and how you discovered that doing that gives you X results, right? Or what about if you are a coach that deals with people who are that lost their job, and the fortitude and the inspiration that you need to go out there all over again and get a new job? Or what about people who are divorced and have to start a life all over again and feeling as though they are wrong because they got divorced, or that they did something incorrect, and forgiving themselves and having compassion for themselves, right? And people who are surviving chronic diseases or living with chronic diseases. They're coaches that do that. And they're coaches that work in spirituality and helping people tune into the spiritual gifts that they have and their mindset so they can live a more positive and happy life. And then there's people like me who work with people who feel disconnected from who they are and what their life path and their life journey really is. Even though they live pretty good lives, they feel a little empty inside. They feel like they've lost that spark and they want to get it back. We all have different things that we focus on, thank God, because there's so many people in the world out there, and everybody has their own set of pain points. And the thing is, what I think is, when your pain points match the pain points of somebody else, that's when somebody gets very interested in listening to what you have to say. That's when you're talking, everything else in the room fades away and they are listening to every word, because that's the journey they want to take. those are the ideal clients. And allowing them to actually experience and hear what your actual journey was, as much as you want to disclose, in a way that paints a picture of where you were to where you are now, is the integral piece in discovering how to create the programs that you create and how do you attract the clients in conversations. And so one of the things that I want to talk about when you talk to people and when you have conversations with people about what you do is when you allow people in, when you're trying to network, and you allow people in to the spaces of who you are to sort of create a buzz about what you do, so that they want to say, oh, can I have your card? I actually would love to really talk to you. The way that happens is when you start communicating to them in a way that shares not only those pain points, but the joy that you have of doing what you do, the compassion that you have, and how authentic you are to what you're actually saying. I know for me, I tend to be a little gullible, and then there are people that are more skeptical. But if you want people to trust you, you have to sort of say what you say and be what you be. You have to do it, say it, and you have to be it. So, I can't be sitting here saying, I really believe in natural products and that's what I believe in and all of that. And then, you can see me shopping for Maybelline mascara. Well, that really doesn't go along with what I just said, right? So you have to sort of have, authenticity about the things that you say that you are and the way that you act with say that you are. And I remember one time I was in high school and this teacher was talking about smoking and how bad smoking was. He was a health teacher. And he was talking about it and how crappy smoking is for you, and it's so bad and it's so crappy, and he kept on talking about it like all the time. And he would show us pictures of the lung and the charcoal in the lung and talk about the statistics of how many people, you get the idea. And sometime in the summer, I remember I was at the beach and I saw him smoking at the beach. True story. And I looked at him from afar, and I tapped my friend who also knew him. She goes, "Is that, Mr. and I don't want to say his name, Mr. whatever?" And she's like, "Oh my God, that is." And then we both looked at him with the cigarette and looked at each other and going, "Oh my God." He has a lot of nerve talking to us about no smoking when he's sitting here smoking at the beach. And so all my respect for him totally went out the window. Now, I've never smoked, really. Not my thing. But I lost my respect for him because he was coming off as one thing when really he was something completely different, As much as I think exercise is a great thing for your body and you should go out there and exercise, I'm not the kind of person who's going to tell somebody else, go exercise every day when I myself don't do this. If exercise is really important to you and it makes you feel really great, I'm all behind you. Go for it. That's terrific that you're exercising. But I'm not going to sit here and stand on my throne and say, oh, everybody's got to exercise 7 days a week, because I myself don't do it. I think you get what I'm saying. So whatever it is that you're saying to people, you have to truly believe that that's what you are and be authentic about it. And the lesson in all of that is the authenticity that you show starts to build that rapport that you want to build with people before you even have your first conversation with them to see if it's somebody that you actually want to work with. They say that within the first 30 seconds that you meet a person, you've already decided if you like them or not. So people are judging you non-verbally from the get-go. They look at, your smile, your eyes, the way you carry yourself. They look at all of that stuff. And I know that to me, I think some of that's ludicrous, but I myself can't say that I don't do it. Lots of times I'm going to conferences, I'm going to places, and I see all these different people. There's a reason why I choose to sit in certain sections. There's a reason why I gravitate to speaking to this person instead of that person. We all do it. There's something that organically pulls us to have a conversation with this one versus that one. It's just the way it is. And it's not really so much of a judgment, it's more of like an instinct of who you think you're going to fit with. And our clients want to feel like they fit with us, they're liked by us, and they can identify with us, and that we can identify with them without judgment. And so when you reveal who you are authentically and you share your pain points with other people, you're actually showing them the pieces of yourself that are vulnerable. And what I wanted to also share is the gift that you get from moving through those pain points to get to the space that you're in right now, to be in a position to be a coach, is the place where you have your wisdom. So when you look at your flower grid and you look at your ideal client, this section, and you look at your story reveals who your actual client is. Pretty cool, huh? And the thing is that the wisdom that you got is yours. That's the $1 million prize right there. Because everybody's take of a situation that happens to them is completely different. And how you did it, well, that's the golden goose, the golden egg. That's the big prize. And that's why people are going to be coming to you to hear and be in the space to be able to recreate that within themselves so they can have the same positive outcome. So stay tuned for the meditation to take you through this part of week 2, where we identify our stories and understand our wisdom. Thanks for tuning into week 2. Bye.